I was really looking forward to Disney's sing-along song Circle of Life. Not just because I love the sing-along songs, but because growing up, The Lion King was my favorite film. The film probably is the film I've seen more than any others. And I have to say, it's a pretty decent package of songs. I haven't identified an overarching theme. Some of the sing-along songs have a very distinct theme running through all of them. This one, not so much. A lot of them are animal based, but not all of them. But I still really enjoyed it. So as always, I'll go through the songs, share my thoughts on them, what it was like experiencing them. Some of the songs I hadn't heard in a while. Some of them I listened to on a weekly basis. I watched the original version. This was released originally in 1994. There was actually a 2003 re-release. I didn't listen to that version, but I will mention, or watch that version, but I'll mention the songs that were included. And to be honest, apart from maybe one of those, I didn't particularly think the new songs were that interesting. Actually, two of them would have been good choices. Two of them wouldn't have been that bothered about, but I'll get to them in a moment. So chronologically, first of all, the owl introduces Jiminy Cricket. I love Jiminy Cricket, and Jiminy starts us off by drawing with his umbrella stick, Simba, the way Rafiki does in the tree, and I thought that was a lovely way to introduce the first song, which of course is Circle of Life. Love it, always will, absolutely fantastic. I can't fault it at all. Then we have Part of Your World, which I feel is one of the most overrated Disney songs ever. It's a decent song, but I just don't care for it that much. I never have. I used to watch The Little Mermaid as a child, but it was never one of my favorites, and I feel like whenever anybody sings Disney or does covers or anything, it's always this song, and I'm just so bored of it. So it was the first time actually that I'd seen that scene in a very long time. I did watch the live actiony concerty thing that was done a couple of years ago. I think John Stamos was in that, so I did see bits of it then, but it's the first time I've actually sat down and watched it properly. Didn't really encourage me to want to go and rewatch the whole film again. Then we have Prince Ali, which I just love. I love Robin Williams. It's easily one of my favourite songs from Aladdin that always puts quite a smile on my face, and it's a very upbeat song. As is I Just Can't Wait to Be King, another Lion King one, which I absolutely adore. Then we have Belle from Beauty and the Beast, which is another one that I haven't heard. I haven't heard in a reasonably long time, but I haven't seen in even longer, and it was quite nice. It was quite enjoyable to have a reason to watch that clip, to watch that scene. Almost made me want to go and rewatch the film because I haven't seen it in a little while, but not quite. But certainly I enjoyed it. It does feel a bit of a weak link in this one because the rest are all kind of animalish themed. Prince Ali genie is the genie. Oh, I don't think the genie is an animal, but yeah, this one feels a little bit of a weak link compared to the rest. There are of course animals in Part of Your World. Are mermaids animals in that sense? Half human, half fish, I guess. I don't know. It's irrelevant. Everybody wants to be a cat. Childhood favorite. Love the Aristocats. And then we have some that were apparently exclusively to the UK release. I didn't watch that version. But apparently following the leader from Peter Pan was exclusively in the UK, which is quite interesting. I don't really know why they felt the need to add an extra, or indeed why they didn't want to put it in the non-UK release. Quite interesting. But as with the rest, or as with Belle rather, doesn't necessarily feel like it fits in. And then we have a couple that were apparently added to the 2003 version. As I said, I didn't watch that version, but I can very quickly just pass some thoughts on what I think of these songs and whether or not I think they'd be worth it. Some of them would have been a real joy. Hakuna Matata, which kind of surprised wasn't in the original. I feel like of all the songs, you could have removed Belle and put that in there, and that would have made a lot more sense. We also have The Lion Sleeps Tonight, which is great, and Yummy Yummy Yummy. Those are both Timon and Pumbaa songs. Not too bad additions. They wouldn't have been too bad. Then we have Wild from the Jungle Book 2 and The Jungle Rhythm from the Jungle Book 2. I have to say, I do love the jungle rhythm. I think that is such a really funky, lively, energetic song that just it makes me want to get up and dance. I really enjoy that one. So that would have been pretty cool to watch or to listen to. Actually, to watch as well. I can't remember when I last saw The Jungle Book 2. It definitely isn't as good as Jungle Book, but it's not too bad. And then we end with When You Wish Upon a Star. And we have Jiminy Cricket. And again, that's another one where I hadn't actually seen it in quite a long time. And watching it, I got slightly confused because I swear those were Cinderella's mice in the clip. So I'm slightly baffled by that. I don't know if there were mice in it in Pinocchio that just looked like Cinderella's mice, or if there was some editing going on in this. That has made me want to go back and watch Pinocchio. Whether or not I will is a different question because it's terrifying. Easily Disney's scariest animated film, without question. Beautifully done, but very creepy. But a gorgeous song, and I like that we ended with Jiminy Cricket. I thought that was nice since he introduced it. So everything flowed quite nicely. A couple of the songs were maybe not something I would have expected to have been in there, but generally, as is usually the case with the Disney sing-along songs, it was a nice way to rediscover certain songs that I hadn't seen in a very long time and also to revisit some of my favourites.